about to find out how to stop binge eating.
But until my moment comes, I'll say.
What's up, guys? It's Samantha Skelly, the founder of Hungry for Happiness. I'm so stoked to do this video right now, and it's been a long time coming, and I just wanted to make sure that it was at the right time. And I woke up today, and I was like, I'm going to film that video. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So a lot of people have been asking me about just to do a video on how to stop binge eating, because that's pretty much like the umbrella of what I do. But I want to just like dive in with like the specifics of like what to do to stop binge eating. What to do, how to do it. I don't know. And the thing is, right, is I get it. There's so much shame. There's so much guilt. There's so many social stigmas around binge eating that we don't like to talk about it. So I'm just going to come out here and say it and just shine the light on it because I get it. I did it for years because I was a chronic dieter. That's all I did. Dieting was like my job, 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. That's all I did. And what happens when you're dieting like a crazy mofo? You binge eat because your body is literally deprived of nutrients and foods and the things that is essential to make it work. It's not a matter of willpower. Like, oh, I've got no willpower. I just give in and give it. And no, it's not like that. You are depriving yourself by dieting like a crazy ass mofo that your body goes into as soon as you allow yourself to have a little bit, your body's like, holy shit, we need to get as much as possible because we are terrified that that's going to happen again. So I want you to know, A, you're not alone. You're not alone. And let's just start talking about this, because the sooner we can talk about it, the sooner we can bring down that $60 billion fucking diet industry that's telling us that we're not good enough, we're not strong enough, we're not skinny enough, we're not whatever enough. They're just feeding into our insecurities and our scarcity mindset of not being enough. The sooner we can allow these principles of knowing that you're not alone, the sooner we can shine the light on it, talk about this, and reverse this whole messed up cycle, okay? So binge eating, what you're doing is you're filling an emotional void. It's not about the food. It's never about the food, you know? There's an emotional void that you're feeling, so you're eating and eating and eating and eating and eating. So let's bring it back slightly. Why do we diet, right? Actually, though, why do we starve ourselves? Why do we restrict ourselves? Because we want to feel a certain way. We're searching for a feeling, whether that's we want to feel lovable, we want to feel more accepted, we want to feel whatever it is. We think that if we get skinnier, we are going to be able to achieve that feeling quicker. So we diet. Now, what if I told you you can achieve that feeling that you're searching for without restricting your body? You can do the inner work first, get to that feeling of self-love or acceptance or whatever the feeling is that you're longing for and you're starving for. Get there first, then transform from that place. Then we don't have to go through this stupid cycle of dieting, restricting, binging. It's just a feeling that we're searching for. Right? So let's figure out what that feeling is first. Then we don't need to enter in that cycle and turn into a crazy bitch, right? So when we get off a diet, we are craving and starving for the foods that we've been deprived from. So just take a moment and ask yourself, what is the emotional void that I need to fill up on? What is it? And rather than numbing that pain with food, food is it's just a drug. When we don't use it for health and hunger and we use it for other purposes, it's just a drug. We're just filling a void. We're just numbing the pain. No different than alcohol, drugs, sex, whatever, gambling, whatever. We're numbing a pain. So I want you to get really comfortable with knowing what that pain is and sit with it, okay? Food is distracting yourself from really knowing that pain. Going into zombie mode and filling up on the food that you've been deprived from is just filling that emotional void. So what is it? You know, a lot of times when people are like, how do you stop binging? It's like, oh, go take a bath and go for a walk. No, that shit doesn't work because you're still distracting yourself. You have to figure out what the pain is and just be with it. Okay? Sit with it and just journal, right? Okay, I am feeling unlovable because of this. And just know that any emotion that comes through you, anything your intuition is trying to communicate with you is perfect, beautiful, and exactly what needs to come through. So don't fight it. Even the darkest, deepest things, don't fight it. So when you feel that impulse to start binge eating, to go into the kitchen and just completely raid everything, just take a moment and sit with your pain. Okay? I'm like, okay, I'm going to sit with my pain. Binge eating is also a byproduct of being completely cut off, head and heart, mind and body. We need to unite those two. We need to make them one. And the quickest way of doing that is through the breath. So when you feel that like desire, that like full body like impulseness where you just go into zombie mode and just shut off your feelings and just eat, it just means you're disconnected. You're completely disconnected from your head and body. So use your breath. Just use your breath, right? In through the nose, out through the mouth. Immediately, you'll have a biochemical change. The one that you were searching for through the food, you can achieve that through the breath. Just start breathing. Just start calming your system down. Just start moving a little bit, just creating state changes in your body. You can do that without Oreos. Trust me. Breathing and movement. And then just asking yourself the questions of, what is this pain? What's the pain that I'm feeling? What is the pain that I'm feeling? Write it down. Think about it. Be with it. Just be with it. Don't run from it. Just be with it. It's cool. It's teaching you a lesson. Pain is our greatest teacher. It's a catalyst for growth. And as soon as we are no longer afraid of it and we don't fear it and we use it for a foundation to grow from, that's a blessing. Change the relationship you have to pain. And rather than running, suppressing, numbing, and doing all this crazy shit that we do to run away from it, just be with it and ask it questions. What is the worst that can happen? That's like my favorite question in the world. No matter what I do, what's the worst that can happen? I'm going to do this because me being brave and doing that will open up a door to so much more. What's the worst that can happen? You're not going to fucking die. You're not going to die. What's the worst going to happen? If you ask that boy out on a date or you tell him how much you love him, what's the worst going to happen, right? Same thing. Being with your pain and allowing your body just to fully be filled up with pain so you can learn from it. There's nothing bad that can come out of it. It's all a beautiful, divine lesson from within. Your body's communicating something to you. What is it? All the answers are in ourselves. You don't need to search the 7 C's to find out what you actually need at a fundamental level. The answers are within you. And they're dying to be communicated. But you are just doing everything wrong by dieting, restricting, hating your body, numbing your feelings, and doing all this stuff you're denying yourself an opportunity to learn, and you're denying yourself so much joy. There's so much joy that can be achieved from just knowing how to process through that pain, okay? So taking a moment, breathing, centering yourself, changing your state, then sitting down and being like, okay, body, communicate to me what you want me to do right now. What is that? What is that? What do you want? What do you want from me? What do you want from me? What is that pain? Where's it coming from? What lessons need to be learned through this pain? Write it all down. And then focus on how you want to feel, right? While you're doing this, focus on what is the feeling that you want. When you numb yourself with food, what do you actually want? What is that? Do you want more excitement? Do you want more love? Do you want connection? Are you lonely? Like, what is it that you really desire? Really desire at a fundamental level? What is that feeling? Just try it on for size. Allow yourself to go there mentally. Like, okay, I'm going to picture myself in that optimal state that I know I deserve so much. I know I do. So picture it. And some of us can't even do that. We don't have the capability to do that because we never do. It's always worst case scenario. So I really encourage you, visualization. How do you want to feel? How do you want to wake up in the morning? I'm sure you don't want to wake up constantly fighting food and hating your body. I don't think so. But if you don't have a vision of where you're going, you're going to default to what you've always done. How are we going to change from that place? You have to accept where you are, but have a vision for where you want to go. And be clear with the universe exactly how you want to feel and who you want to become. Clarity. Focus and clarity. Focus. Okay? Again, maybe you've never thought of this before. Maybe it scares you. Maybe there's self-worth stuff that's coming up. Like, I don't deserve to feel like that, or I can't feel like that, or I don't know how to feel like that. Yeah, you do. You do. You do. You do. You know how to get there. Your subconscious knows how to get there. You know how to get yourself into a rabbit hole in like this low energy, self-sabotaging area. So of course you know how to just do the opposite. It's within you. Believe it. Visualize it. Okay? Visualize it. And just know you're not alone in this. You're not alone. There's a lot of shame and guilt around binge eating and eating issues and body image issues. I get it. I've been there. I did it. I was a chronic dieter. I get it. Who did I talk to about it? No one. Why? Because I was terrified. But we're human. We go through these things. And if I didn't step up and ask for help, there's no way I'd be able to help the people I do today. There's no way. I would still be dealing with it. I had to get out of my own way. I had to let my guard down, and I had to lean into that vulnerability. Be okay voicing that shame, because now I'm in a position where I'm able to help so many other people. There's 70 million people in the world who suffer with disordered eating. You're not alone, okay? You're human. I really, really, really hope this video was helpful for you. If there's any other information that you want regarding binge eating and the vicious cycle, please reach out to me. Write in the comments below. If this was helpful, share it with your friends. And just know that you have the power to truly transform your life and your body from a place of love, not from a place of fear and hate and judgment. Love yourself first. Accept yourself as you are today. Then we can transform. When we're running away from something and we're dieting because we hate what's going on and we don't have a good relationship with reality and ourselves and our body and food, when we skip the hard work and try and go for the transformation, it doesn't work. Or maybe it does for a very short term, but it's not sustainable. We need to work in before we can work out. Yeah? Work in before we can work out. Do the work first. Be with the pain. Learn the lessons. Get curious about what's going on and where you need to be and where you're not accepting yourself, you're not loving yourself, you're not, your inner critic is running wild. What areas in your life are communicating that you need more love and attention and compassion for yourself and your body? It's all this glorious learning lesson. It really is. And don't be scared of it. Don't be scared of it. You're not alone. I love you all. Love you, love you, love you all. If you haven't yet, subscribe to my channel, and I'm here for you. Give me a shout out. Love to hear from you. If there's anything else that you want and you're confused about, write it in the comments below. I'm here to serve you guys. Have a wicked freaking day, and you are loved. Bye-bye.
But until my moment comes, I'll say